of you. I mean it. Okay. I want to thank Senators Durbin and Murray and Stabenow. We had a great caucus meeting today, and we have to get a lot done. So I made it clear to my caucus we're moving ahead on two very important issues: voting rights and Build Back Better. Before the end of the month, the Senate will vote on crucial voting rights legislation. Republican state legislatures across the country are passing the most draconian voting restrictions since the beginning of Jim Crow, potentially disenfranchising tens of millions of Americans. Congress must take action to defend our democracy. And we heard really moving testimony from 5 Texas state lawmakers about the vicious, nasty, and bigoted attacks aimed at voting rights in their state. These Texas Democrats bravely fought against voter suppression. They briefed our senators on what's happening in their state and why passing legislation is so important. They must have gotten 5 or 6 standing ovations. We were really taken by their courage, their bravery, and most importantly, their mission, which is we need to help Texas. We need to undo these awful laws and help Texas obtain a decent way of voting for all people. The discussion on our caucus is going to continue on this issue. We'll be holding a special caucus meeting later this week to continue discussing the best path for voting rights legislation. Now, on infrastructure, we continue to work well on the process that goes in 2 directions. One, bipartisan, and we're working on a bipartisan infrastructure proposal to meet the demands of the 21st century. As I've said from the start, discussions on this whole big infrastructure proposal, and when I say infrastructure, I mean physical and human. We're not just talking about physical. But the discussions on them are progressing on 2 tracks. One track is bipartisan, and the second track pulls in other elements of Biden's American Jobs Plan and American Families Plan, which will be considered even if it doesn't have bipartisan support, as will pay-fors be considered even if they don't have bipartisan support. Our Senate committees are working on both tracks at the same time. And as I've said from the start, in order to move forward on infrastructure, we must include bold action on climate. At the moment, both tracks, as I said, are moving forward and progressing very well. Tomorrow, I'm convening a meeting with all 11 Democratic members of the Senate Budget Committee regarding a fiscal year 22 budget resolution. And now that President Biden's fiscal 22 budget request has been received by Congress, the Budget Committee can begin the important work of producing a budget resolution, especially with respect to the Jobs and Family Plan. As you know, a budget resolution will outline how we go forward and includes issues that are affected, that are part of reconciliation. So both are moving forward, the bipartisan track and the track on reconciliation. And both we hope to get done in the month of July, both the budget resolution and the bipartisan bill. After 6 years of Republican obstruction and 4 years of disastrous Trump presidency, we know we got a lot of work to do to get our country back on track, but we also know the American people elected Democrats to accomplish big, bold things, and we're on track to get it done. In the caucus today, there were many different viewpoints that were discussed. We have a broad caucus with a wide range of opinion, but there was total agreement that we must have unity and get it done. And we are very, very pleased with how we're moving forward on this issue. Senator Durbin.